Hey, the geeks are in the house, 712. We're going to talk about a couple of games that, nice moves, guys. I really like it. A couple of games that have just made the leap from computer consoles to your mobile device.
Absolutely.
Right?
A battle of the titans happening in your pocket. The biggest category, the biggest games. It's called Battle Royale is the style, based on a Japanese movie from 2000. Basically, 100 people dropped in an arena or on an island. The space constricts as you start to take each other out, and then finally there's a winner. So the first game that kind of created the space is called PUBG. Stands for Playerunknown Battlegrounds. It was in beta last year, officially came out in December. Enormous hit, top of the charts. 30 million on PC, 5 million on Xbox, even on Steam, which is where my son Alex plays. They have 3 million people playing at the same time.
Wow, so this is a little more sophisticated than Pac-Man then.
I would say it is, and it's actually a little, I mean, it's not a cute game. It is violent, and you're basically killing off other actual players, but it's a big deal. It runs on Android and iOS, and on iOS as old as a 5S, so you don't have to necessarily have the latest hardware. But it's from a very small gaming house in South Korea called Bluehole, and they're just scrappy in trying to make this thing happen.
Okay, so PUBG is one of them. There's one called Fortnite?
Well, Fortnite, so PUBG was a smaller design house. Epic Games came out with Fortnite, and Fortnite is really like a battle royale. I mean, it's like a shoot 'em up game, and just like Ryan said, I mean, you got a huge amount of people playing this game. When they came out between last year, but between December and January of this year, they gained like 10 million users, and their concurrent user base is probably about 3.4 million. So this is a huge
big numbers.
The thing that's attractive about Fortnite is the fact that it is more cartoonish. I mean, some of the characters even look like Buzz Lightyear. And what happens is, when the area starts to constrict, you can actually build a construction building to protect yourself. But then again, you are still subject to other people shooting you down, right? But it's a real interesting thing, and I guess it's super popular. It's like us guys. I mean, that's what we play all day.
Yeah, that's what you guys do. That's what you guys do all day. Hey, we're shifting gears here. Cambridge Analytica, the story about Facebook. I mean, you've heard a lot of talk, and even on Facebook itself, people are saying, delete the account. That's the only thing to do to keep yourself protected.
So certainly there's a trending hashtag, delete Facebook, and a lot of people are saying that, we're coming to terms with the power of this platform, and certainly some of the silence from the highest level of Facebook is an issue. I mean, 50 million user accounts scraped to get the data to, work with political campaigns. I think the most important takeaway from the story for every individual is if you use Facebook, and it's okay if you do, you have to go and check your apps. So you go to your settings, you go to apps, and I checked this morning, there are 500 apps that have access to my user data on Facebook. And it's like you just log in, or hey, take this personality quiz. You don't even think about how it holds on to that.
Okay, so you go to settings, and then you go to apps. And then you see if they're
enormous list of all of these apps. And when I looked, there are companies that don't even exist anymore. So who is pulling that data? You really should check that and clear it out regularly.
Okay, and you're talking about apps that are connected to Facebook.
It could be another website that you use to log in. It could be a game that you play. I'm sure that Fortnite is going to be doing that too. So you need to look at what access.
Okay, we're out of time, but I need to know what's happening on the radio.
So we're going to talk to Georgia Skinner from Creative Labs, and we also invited Brian Cohen, who is the producer, director, and writer of Kuliana. So we're going to be talking about making movies in Hawaii.
And that's HBR1
at 6:30 p.m.
6:30 tonight. Ryan and Bert, always interesting, always a pleasure. Thanks, guys. The Geeks in the house here on Sunrise. We'll take a quick break. Be back with more for your Wednesday in a couple of moments.
I like that better.